was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live. I didn't do the normal five-finger countdown.
Five-finger death punch. Not on this show. And we're back.
Welcome to the Underdog Journey. My name is West. This guy is David. Matt Harmon says he's going to be here, but of course he's late as usual. Yes. David, how you been?
Oh, man, it's been, the last couple of weeks has been go, 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 go. I got to slow down a little bit this week, which was nice. And so I will take that. It's been easy. Now I get back on the road tomorrow. Heading over to Buffalo, but Buffalo and then on over to Erie, PA, and South. But other than that, it's been a good week. Picked up a couple projects internal, so
okay.
Happy. Part of a development team. Yeah, I just seen your camera do the little glitchy thing you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I might have to restart my computer at some point. As long as people can hear me fine, that's all that's important. But yeah, my camera's going glitchy.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, so I see it on one screen, and then a few seconds later, I see it on the other screen.
I'm trapped in the Matrix over here.
Yeah. Oh, you're AI West. Is that it? Are you AI West?
I told you, I am fully AI. I'm part of the. I'm part of the simulation.
You and Mark Zuckerberg from the same robot mother.
Exactly. Want to see me sip some water?
Actually, I do not, because that was probably one of the creepiest things anybody's ever had to watch.
Devin Ross says,
watch Mark Zuckerberg.
Exactly. Devin Ross says the ring is going to come out of my video. It's true. This place is totally haunted.
Oh, indeed. So yeah, that's going to be entertaining watching that. So I'm going to flip back over. I'm going to turn this screen a little bit so it's not so in my line of sight. But yeah, we've got some viewers there. We had one person say we needed to retire our classic logo there.
Yeah, thanks, Mike Hard. When was your logo designed? What decade was that?
Hey, that is classic.
It is a classic. Nostalgia. It is a classic. I got no complaints.
We talk all the time about the power of nostalgia, and that, I see that logo, and it takes me back to the grand old year 2006.
Look,
the company was formed in 1945. But
I'm all about nostalgia.
So I think I actually brought it up to him one time that we should have updated our logo, and I think he's calling us out.
That's probably why he's joking about it. I know, exactly. He's holding a grudge that we recommended he change his logo.
I'm all right with it. I'm all right.
All about nostalgia. So David.
It is.
David, priorities. What are you drinking?
Well, right now I've got myself a nice big glass of water.
You gotta hydrate. I understand.
Indeed. Just in case I get a little thirstier than that, I do have a bottle of Blanton's, a bottle of Weller, and a bottle of Blackened. This is one of the special ones, the Wes Henderson edition of the Blackened. So
I didn't know there were multiple editions.
I'm missing one. So I've got the regular Blackened, got the Wes Henderson, and I've got the Ride the Lightning, which is for Metallica people, the Ride the Lightning is kind of a nice little play on words there. Yeah. There's one more. There's a Willet, the Blackened Willet.
Oh,
that I'm missing. So if you guys come across that, let me know, because I will buy it.
Good to know.
That's the one I'm looking for right now, is the Willet. But I don't know. The last couple of weeks, because I've been out with I was out with a lot of customers on a lot of nights. I just, since last Thursday, I've kind of given a break. Because, the 2 weeks prior to that, there was a lot of alcohol imbibed. So I'm like, let's just come out of the fog and, at least give the liver a breather. So I might just I've got my glass here with my ice cube ready to
There you
go,
go.
just in case I get the thirst. But I think I might stay towards the water tonight.
That's probably safe. Look, when your liver is threatening to go on strike, it's time just to hydrate,
Yeah,
recover. I get it.
yeah. I mean, it's had almost a week now. I mean, what more can it expect?
Go home, liver. You're
But
drunk.
yes, they got the check liver light going on here. So no. It was just I took a look at it. It was like, man, that was nothing excessive in one night, but there was just a lot of nights together, and I'm like, all right, we need to walk that back a little bit.
Believe me, I've definitely been on those trips with you, so I totally understand.
Yes, yeah, you've been around a couple of them. That's what was crazy is these customers, certain ones of them I know, and I try to schedule certain meetings. If any of them's watching, I'm sorry. I try to schedule certain meetings during the middle of the day because I know if they end up a late in the afternoon, they're like, all right, well, let's go hit happy hour, and then they're like, hey, let's go get dinner, and they're like, hey, let's go to a pub and have some cocktails or some drinks, and then they're like, hey, let's go over here to this bar and have a nightcap. And the whole time I'm like, okay. All right, you twisted my arm. I'm in.
That's why people love you, David. You're always up for a drink.
Yeah. No, no, no. So last Thursday, I had first like, come on, let's just close this place down. I'm like, we can close it down, but I'm gonna close it down drinking water.
Oh yeah. Believe me. Again, I've been out with you a few times when we both had to switch to water at a certain point.
We always know your limits.
That's what it's all about.
Indeed. So what's happening in the world of West? What's happening out west with West?
Well, to go along with the topic of today's show, brand perception, I decided to go with a really well-known brand, a very recognizable brand, and frankly, it's cool. I think people buy it specifically because the packaging looks cool, which is the Beast. Monster Beast. Which is it's terrible. It's really, really bad. I do not recommend.
Is that a Monster Energy beer there?
So yes, Monster Energy beer. I'm not sure they can call it beer. It's got to be like some malt beverage. It's okay. I regret buying these. These are really bad. I want to see what color it actually is, though. Let's see if it's actually green.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually kind of beer colored. It's not green.
Okay. All right.
I was expecting something like glow in the dark neon green.
Yeah. So okay. So it's been lagered. Look at that. I mean, it's
there you go.
Clear beer.
I could claim that's a beer.
Yeah. I mean, it looks beerish.
Zero head. Smells like Smarties with artificial sweetener.
Okay.
You know Smarties, the candy?
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to figure out what that would smell like, and not any bit of it is something that I actually want to experience.
Yeah, no. Devin Ross says Four Loko with extra steps. Yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Four Loko
is some kind of a game thing.
It's like one of those caffeinated malt beverages.
Oh,
that you drink only when you're in college.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
The Beast, but it's a cool looking can. Look, I can imagine why college bros buy the stuff.
Because it tastes good.
Yeah, not because it tastes good.
Nothing tastes good about this. So they might buy it once. That the rebuy is probably low.
No, they'll probably keep buying as long as they can keep drinking it with their bros. So they're all right. The guys who buy, gonna have again, it's all about knowing your audience. The guys who buy the Monster Beast are guys who don't say bro, they say bruh.
Bruh.
You have to say bruh. Yeah.
Okay. So, can one of you guys out there, one of the viewers out there, just keep track of how many times we say bro or bruh tonight? Because Wes is over there drinking a bruh drink. So I think he might be getting possessed by a bro.
It's true. That's why my video is glitching out. Eventually it's going to come back. It's going to be Andrew Tate on the side of the screen.
I don't know if we can say that. You might get put in jail.
As long as I don't travel to Romania, wherever the heck he is.
I don't know. He has a house over there, so I don't know if you call it traveling when you have a home there.
I think he's still in European prison somewhere. He's going to be on the show locked up abroad.
Yes, he is still being illegally held. That is how I'm going to state that.
Yeah.
3 months, 2 months, something like that. It's and no charges and nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, we're getting really close to politics here. So that beer is not very good. Okay.
It's not. I hesitate to call it beer. I call it caffeinated artificial sweetener and malt beverage.
Okay. All
But
right.
yeah, it is 6% alcohol though.
Oh, that's why they like it. There you
That's
go.
why exactly.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Beast?
The beast. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
this is
drinking the
not the
Beast.
kind of this is not the kind of beverage that you have if you have high standards in life in general.
In general, like that. Yeah.
Oh man. So, David, did you have anything for the news today?
I do not, mainly because all of the news that I've been stumbling through. I mean, there's some stuff about the sale of possibly Hulu getting split off from Disney and Disney Plus, but I mean, nothing really solid on that. There's a couple of business things. People are really just protective right now. There's not a lot of nobody's out there making big waves
Mm-hmm.
because of the unknown. So there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but nothing that jumps up and nothing that I can. Anything that makes waves is making political waves as well. So I we tend to stay away from that stuff.
Yeah, that's the problem. Everything right now is political. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. There's a couple news items I found that I thought were kind of interesting though. So I'm trying to stay as far away from AI as possible. One of the stories is about AI because I thought it was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
this first one, I think you're gonna like. So NASA apparently is using a new form of measurement. So for a while they there were some issues with the space capsules for the International Space Station they kept putting up there. They'd have a lot of problems with mismatching measurements. Like our team, the U.S. team, would use imperial and the like inches and stuff like that, versus the European team that built components would use the metric system, and they would find the pieces once they got up in space were mismatched. Well, they came up with a really unique measuring system that I think is going to be working out in the long term. So let me share this story here. Because they actually use this new form of measurement to measure an asteroid they found that is going to cross Earth's path in 2042, I think. But here it is. So I'm not going to show the headline because it's going to give us something away here. I'm just going to read a little bit here. So the asteroid that NASA found, asteroid 2023 DQ, could be as wide as 270 meters, which is the combined height of 112 dromedary camels. So apparently, camels are the new form of measurement that this is from NASA. Asteroid the size of 112 camels to pass by Earth. No, this is different. This is actually passing by today. So in case we're hit by a camel-sized asteroid.
No, 112 camel-sized asteroid.
Right. I mean, when it comes crashing towards Earth, I'm going to say that's
a lot of camels.
Actually the size of 112 camels. That's a big asteroid. It's mostly water though. It's for hydrating in the desert.
Okay, NASA. I don't know who's doing this stuff for you, but you're hitting some home runs. This is a flashback of the probe to Uranus.
The probe to Uranus. Right, exactly. How can they make? Do you think they were serious about this, just like the probe to Uranus, or do you think that they're really just trolling all of us?
I'm gonna go a little column A, a little column B. I have seen articles that say, hey, this sinkhole that opened up in Kentucky was approximately 412 laundry dryers. And a comment was, Americans will do anything not to use the metric system.
And that's probably
you gonna make it over there?
I'm not. It's too much.
I'm sorry. Bro, you okay?
Bruh, I'm doing good, bruh. So Devin Ross says he is 0.7 camels tall. Now, Devin, are they dromedaries or are they camels? I need to know. There's a difference.
So all dromedaries are camels, but not all camels are dromedary camels.
Correct. It's like whiskey. It's like whiskey and scotch.
And bourbon.
And bourbon. True. Or Irish whiskey. Really, any form of whiskey that's not just a whiskey.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know where to go with this. So 112 dromedaries is the size of this asteroid. Maybe this is why NASA's been defunded over the years.
Yeah.
this is what they come up with.
Boots on the moon, son. Boots on the moon.
That's it. Exactly. We have a Space Force now. I'm curious if they will measure things using the camel system. I
really wish they would have continued that show. It was hilarious. It was
Space Force?
absolutely a spoof.
It was pretty funny.
It was a spoof. It was a a political yeah. Anyway, but it was funny. I mean, it's hard not to have something that's got some good comedy in it with Steve Carell.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was headed by Steve Carell. Hey, Matt Harmon's here. How you doing, Matt?
Matt Harmon is in the house.
All right.
He finally made it.
So how many camel toes?
John Calendar, how many John, why'd you make me put that on the screen? That is a lot of toes.
That's 4 camel toes per camel. So multiply 112 by 4. And there you have your camel toe count.
And that's, well, yeah. Oh, I get a troll. Thank you, Matt. Why do I get a troll?
No, I don't know. I had bought a bag of trolls for some reason.
Like you do. I understand. I totally get
it. You're just out. You're wandering about. You look around like, holy crap, I bought a bag of trolls.
It's a bag of trolls.
Can I point out my Little Red Hen giant spider shirt?
Ross. Devin Ross says, cut the feed. Cut the feed.
That's it. Matt Harmon's in the house. Cut the feed. Oh, we just lost connection. Sorry. And Matt Harmon's wearing his very own shirt that he got from his own e-com shop, which we were just talking about. We need to do a show on that again.
It's Carl the Spider.
Carl the Spider.
Yeah.
There you go. Is this spider in your house?
Well, not anymore. I set him free. The wild lands of my backyard.
Oh, you actually let him live?
Well, I took him out in a laundry basket so I could get a good picture of him. Then I let him go.
There you go.
I don't like spiders, but they're not horrible.
There you go. That's
10 seconds later, he was eaten by a bird.
Exactly.
Well,
good going, Matt. Good going.
Circle of life.
And because David and Matt love AI so much, this next news item is especially for you guys. And this is actually pretty interesting. So if you guys weren't, well, I know you're not, David, but if the rest of the world wasn't concerned enough about AI.
Is this Bing?
No, this is not the Bing thing. This is something brand new. Apparently, there's something new to be concerned about with AI, which probably will change the world in a lot of really interesting ways. Apparently now it can read your mind, like literally read your mind. And I'm going to get to it. But the thing is this is not like a normal chat bot. This is not a large language model. This is actually an image generating AI that can read your mind. I want to show you this news item, which is actually super cool.
No.
Okay.
Not cool.
No, super. No, this is super cool. No, trust me. This is super cool.
Now, it depends on when was the study done? Do you have a date on this study?
This is brand new. This is March 7th, 2023. So AI creates a picture of what people are seeing using brain scans. So you actually connect it using electrodes to your head. It can read your brain scans. And this is a brand new thing. And here's some actual examples of what it can produce. Based on what somebody's looking at or thinking about, it can produce these images. And there, if you look at the ones above, there's the actual images, or the things people are looking at. The ones below are the images produced by the AI based on the brain scans. That was the only input this AI got. That was it. And it's pretty close. These aren't too far off.
I have seen a study like this in the past. And basically what they did was they programmed the computer with these images.
Right, correct.
So the computer knows it's selecting from amongst these images.
Not necessarily. No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. This is actually...
Give me all the parameters of this test.
David,
we'll see.
David.
David, what you don't understand.
David, have you used an image-generating AI? Have you used, like, DALL-E or anything like that?
No.
Okay. You actually should give it a try, because what it does is it's not pulling from a bank of images. It's pulling from concepts that it associates with an image that it meshes together. Okay? So here's the thing. When you look, when it produces these, it uses a similar image production model as DALL-E. So it's not pulling from a bank of images that it meshes together into these things. It's pulling from the concept that it gets. Now, it understands that certain brain scans it uses large language model logic in that it associates certain brain scan metrics and associates them with certain image types and concepts the same way a language model would. But even so, even if you took the same levels of language modeling and associated that with images, and it allowed you to the only input was the scan of your brain, and it could know by the scan of your brain that you're looking at a picture of a beer can, and it pulls a beer can out of thin air. That's still pretty impressive that it's reading your mind. You're reading your brain scan and still saying beer can. So even though that's still pretty impressive. Now, on top of that, these images that it produces are completely unique. These are not just pulling a card with a pre-printed image on it and saying you're looking at a bear with a bow tie. No, it's actually producing this image that is completely unique. And I'm not saying this is going to change the world, like in that it's going to take jobs from artists, which I know Matt Harmon is deathly afraid of. But think about the implications as far as people with full-on paralysis, right? Or people, or like if it reaches the eventual point to where, like, what if you could record your dreams? Or like, wonder what my dog dreams about. These are actual implications that we could really see within our lifetimes. That's why it's so fascinating.
I'm sure there's somebody out there excited about it.
I'm super excited about it. Again,
and that's it.
Imagine people with full-on paralysis who can't communicate, right?
It would be good.
Who are stuck inside
people
their
in
heads.
comas, things like that. That
exactly.
With a medical application to it.
Exactly. Now, here's the kind of dangerous part. I'll say, not necessarily scary, but dangerous. Let's say this technology reaches a tipping point to where it's flawless, right? You could actually think of something and it will precisely put it into an image that anybody can see. Here's the problem. There's actual technology out there, such as Elon Musk's brain mesh thingy he's putting together. I forget what they call that.
Neuroscan.
The neural thingy.
Neuralink.
The Neuralink. And one of the points of Neuralink is when it eventually reaches its pinnacle, it will be able to download memories and thoughts and also re-upload those memories and thoughts. Now imagine combining these two. Somebody could actually upload things into your memory produced by AI. Where does your mind start and the AI generated content begin? End. It's all over the place. These are actual problems that we're going to face.
Cyborgs everywhere. Cyborgs, I see them.
I'm just saying. Look, this is actual stuff that we could see in our lifetimes.
Well, maybe your lifetime.
Well, not you.
Yeah,
No. I mean, maybe David. Maybe,
but he'd be drooling on himself at the time.
Well, then he'll be happy he has an
You
AI
do understand
to read
West
his mind.
is older than me, right?
I know, but you live rough. You have a hard.
He's only drinking water. He's cleaning up his act.
Yeah, I'll believe that. How many times has he cleaned up this act?
He periodically
he's a hard
rehydrates.
Driver. He's a hard driver.
He's a hard living man.
You know, and matter of time.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
For him.
There you go. He's hydrating. So David, you're doing good. But so I thought this was a pretty interesting article, and I know that you love the subject of AI. And Devin Ross says, I thought West was 20. You're not far off. I am 157.
Yeah.
I'm actually
so there was a study, and this is where my skepticism comes in, because I've seen these studies in the past, and I would love to know the parameters of the test, the exact setup of the test, and what was done. I'm very particular about that, especially, I apply the same logic to this as I do political polls, or, hey,
right.
The people want this, because you can poll 1,000 people, and then within that 1,000 people, you can have that poll say whatever you want.
Well, right. And I'm sure they cherry picked the best of the best images that were spit back out. But the simple fact that it can look at brain scans, and even if it pulled a pre-printed image of the beer can, of a random beer can, and you were thinking beer can, that's still pretty impressive if it can actually do it.
Yeah,
and it's.
I would like to see it, just because I've seen it in the past. And if this is an improvement upon that, where it's not input with anything, and it's just getting the Neuralink, not to hashtag trademark, but if it's just getting that input, then I mean it's definitely advanced. Mm-hmm. And I could see some, like I said, medical implications for it. But for a day-to-day goof around toy, no, it's not for me. I am not going to have you implant anything in my brain.
Well. Yeah, and again, I don't think this is
too valuable.
I'm just saying that I don't think these are things that old fogies like us will ever actually use. But our children and grandchildren, it may be as common as a cell phone or a laptop.
Until they hook it up to my daughter's head, and that machine's gonna fry.
Yeah, I'm not sure any machine or AI is ready for teenage girls. No. I've already told my current wife that when my daughter's a teenager, I'm moving out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking about, so apparently everybody around here has a camp. So everybody goes to camp. So I'm going to
Camp?
buy a camp.
Like
and I'm gonna
camping out,
live
like in a
there.
tent?
No. They just have like a spot. It's some of them have a little hut on them or a shed or something like that, or a little cabin. Some of them are just a spot where you can go throw a tent up for a weekend, but they have a little camp that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like it's very, very prominent. I mean, it's something that just everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
So, when my daughter gets to teenage, I think I'm just going to buy a camp and live there.
Before I had kids, that was actually my plan. If you remember, we were actually looking at buying a few acres out in the middle of nowhere where I would just use it for camping. And then, of course, I had kids, and that all went downhill. It just went nowhere.
Yeah.
I know. They're so needy. Like, they want to be fed, like, multiple times a day. What's up with that?
Every day.
Yeah, almost every day I feed those kids. It's really exhausting.
Let's see. The boy right now is eating some tortilla chips, and the girl has her cat ears on.
Wait, are you talking about yours or mine?
Your kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's they're not here, but you're actually completely accurate. I don't know where in the world they are right now, but I promise you that's exactly what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Yes.
I don't know where they are right now.
Current wife is left and taking the kids.
Well, look, I'm still in the house. I can always lock the doors. It's mine.
I locked the door.
Bunker down.
Exactly. So
we have a topic tonight, don't we?
We actually have a main topic. And David, I sent you an updated agenda because the one I sent you the first time, my beautiful bullet points were all janky and jacked up. So I had to reformat it and send it to you again.
Was the kerning off?
Yeah, I had Dave Kern look at it, and he was completely off.
And the leading was off.
So
you barely know what
you don't understand, Wes.
Barely.
What you don't understand.
What'd you say, David?
I said, what you don't understand, West, is you need to tab and then enter.
Yeah, what you don't understand, West, is that nobody uses bullet points except for you.
Actually, I use bullet points. I just don't use bullet points for like presentation stuff, like in letters and emails and a lot of my professional. Oh, okay, all right. I got to go back. We got to work ourselves back now.
Uh-oh.
I just got an email literally just before I walked over here. My work phone and the laptop and everything's over on the other side of the room. Just before the show started, we got an email warning us about some kind of use of AI. So we just got a warning, not a warning, a heads up. There's this type of AI and that type of AI, and I don't know whether it was a hey, do not create stuff on AI and send it in as original work. I don't know what it is. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. Yeah. But I thought you would find that as interesting. I meant to talk to you before the show, but my computer was acting up.
That could be. Oh, I forget what company it was. I was just reading an article about a company that just sent out an internal memo to all employees saying, do not enter company information into ChatGPT. I forget. Oh, man, I wish I looked at that article. But I didn't save a lot of AI stuff because I know you guys hate it. If we had a producer... Hey, Matt, look that up for me.
What's that?
Look up what company told employees not to use ChatGPT. Because that's... So David, you probably are on the same note there. And he's finally having a drink. I knew he couldn't stick to it.
I'm having a drink.
Jeff Leffingwell says, AI is watching you. And it you know what, Jeff? It actually is.
I mean, it is.
It actually
is
watching you.
Yeah, I just watched Ex Machina.
Machina.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Ex Machina.
Yeah, it's Ex Machina as far as I'm
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with him on that one.
It was the redneck
after
version.
That, he's watching Less Miserables.
Less Miserables, exactly. It's like, I don't know why they're so miserable. I don't know why they seem pretty miserable, but a little less.
They could be less miserable.
You know what? I would like to see Ex Machina only done with rednecks, right? And they'd all be in the they'd be in the woods, and they'd all have like southern twangs.
Man, you a pretty looking robot.
You for a robot, you got a purty looking mouth.
I was just saying we got an email about. Oh, that's not right. That's not right.
So, yeah, you probably are on the same track. I'll bet your company did send out a memo saying, "Don't use AI on company property," which makes. I mean, I can understand the hesitation in a lot of those cases.
Yeah, don't do that. Now, I have been using.
Google.
That
wasn't Google.
I use the Chat GPT on this laptop over here, my personal laptop,
Mhm.
and I'm having it write code for me for Arduino, the Raspberry Pi
Mhm.
Boards.
I love Raspberry Pi. It's delicious.
Well, don't eat these. They're it's electronics.
Was it Amazon?
Okay. Oh, you're just talking about who sent the warning out. Okay. So no, it to write code for how to operate, certain things. Like, all right, well, code writing, I know I'm very good at finding out what I want to do, but I'm not a code writer. So I put in what I want it to write and it spits out the code that I need to program, which is nice. So now I got to find I've got a Raspberry Pi set up around here somewhere. I got to go dig it out and put it to work now.
Yeah, I really should learn how to code for the Raspberry Pis, because you can do apparently anything with them.
Oh, they're a little powerhouse.
Laura L. Lines Black says, "Hello, guys. Hey, happy birthday, Laura."
Yeah, Laura's turning 97 years old on Friday. So happy birthday to her.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Actually, she'll be 64.
Yeah, there you go. I wasn't
not 97.
You're a good son, David. You're a great son.
Yes. So we let out of the bag how old she is. So everybody knows that she's really, really old. Like a lot of olds.
She is not. She is younger than Matt Harmon, so she is not that old.
Oh yeah, we could probably date, except I'm married.
Yeah, see, there you go, exactly. And David, I have to tell you, I opened the next version of The Beast. So the first one,
The Beast,
was Mean Green, which wasn't actually green. It actually looked more like a beer.
That's why your family.
Okay.
The next one I'm trying is Scary Berries. Scary Berries. And that
sounds like something that might come up more.
Have you
tried it? Oh, it's also terrible.
It's also terrible. Although it is pink.
Oh, God.
Put a little umbrella in this thing, you got yourself a cocktail.
Drinking energy drinks and booze.
Yeah, it's really bad.
What could go wrong?
They're really terrible.
So,
they're trying to tap into the Jaeger bomb market.
For the business portion, I am working on new logos, creating new logos.
Okay.
As I sent you.
I didn't look. Sorry.
I didn't look at those. And I've created customer avatars.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Great.
And now I'm actually going, because it's part of the school project, but actually building a Redbubble page. Pretty hardcore now.
Nice. Good.
Heavily marketing Life Coach Matt.
You're actually doing the life coach.
Yeah, the ridiculous life coach.
Are you
Matt.
okay? Are you planning on monetizing life coach, or is this like a parody
yet,
thing?
But right now, I'm just putting. Well, it's a parody. I
Oh,
mean,
it's parody. It's good stuff.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
So I mean,
well, Matt. First of all, I think you need to create a new page that's dedicated and away from your personal page that is just Life Coach Matt. Life Coach Matt.
That's true. You should.
Right, I'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow.
And then you need to share the link out for us. That way we can push it, promote it for you.
Well, let me ask you a question. So, like my brother just on one of my posts, the one where I said where I'm flipping off whoever, and it's saying give human resources a reason to come in. That was the statement, right?
Sure.
In other words, give human resources a reason to exist.
Yeah.
All right. That on my personal Instagram only got, I don't know, maybe 12 likes.
Okay.
But my niece sent it to me sent me a screenshot of something, and it's up to 284 likes on her page.
Somebody copied yours.
Well,
reposted it?
Niece. Yeah, I think my niece reposted it.
Oh, she reposted it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to go on the platforms that she's on.
There's 284 likes.
Yeah.
On this Instagram thing.
So you posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
It got no play. She posted it. It got lots of play. Right. So because she's younger, I assume.
Right.
And a female, of course. Yeah. She's going to have a bigger audience than you. So she has more reach. That's what it is. You just need to build your audience.
Oh, your family's home.
Yeah, either that or the dog's going crazy. But yeah, you just need to build your reach. That's all, and that just takes time.
Well, I was fascinated that it was another page was sharing it and doing well.
So what you need to do is, I'll tell you in just 1 minute. Probably that candle up there. Ooh, I get a cookie. Thanks, Catherine. Catherine brought me a cookie.
Well, that's how Jeremy.
Hey.
Like cookies?
I mean, what kind of cookie?
Yeah.
Hey, one.
Locke, you want a cookie?
What's up? What's up, Lachlan?
No, thank you. Mr. Holman will
He wants it. Hey, Lachlan, do you want a tortilla chip?
Are you feeling okay? Is it safe to eat one without getting sick?
Yeah, she's no longer sick.
Okay.
So, oh, Rio.
Mom she gets headaches.
Oh, Mom gets headaches from chocolate. That's right.
Yep.
Hey, Locke, so what'd you do in school today?
Yeah.
Lachlan, look at Mr. Herman's shirt.
Oh yeah, I saw.
It's got
Isn't it
spiders.
pretty cool?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Well, you can buy one now on Redbubble.
The little red hen on Redbubble.
Spiders.
He's already trying to huck his crap to my kids.
Well, I mean,
Can I have your
Locke, don't eat the microphone. What are you doing? This is okay. Okay, you guys. This is all right. Hey, Locke, what'd you do in school?
little sideways.
School. Okay. Well, hey, Catherine, the cat probably doesn't need a cookie. All right. Okay, you guys.
Oh, that's going to be transcribed on here.
Okay.
Catherine,
It was
Catherine, the
fun
cat
at
does not
school.
need a cookie.
No, the cat probably doesn't need a cookie.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, Locke, what?
Why is that one so skinny and tall?
Because it's a different kind of drink.
What's it called?
It's called the Beast, and it's terrible.
The beast.
It is.
It tastes like fruity acid that had been filtered through 3 Mile Island.
Actually, that's not far off. That's not far off. This is the berry one.
So now I've heard some of Matt's made up stuff. I was wondering how he was going to PG that one.
Like berries.
Yeah,
But it's
I
a grown-up
was
drink. It's not for
thinking
kids.
that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd already done
taste good?
Chernobyl, so 3 Mile
No.
Island's up next.
No, it does not taste good.
Ah,
Okay. All right, you guys.
Wait, it was fun at school.
it was fun. Okay, well, that and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It was fun at school today.
Yeah.
Night,
Oh.
Lachlan.
That's
Night,
okay.
Catherine.
Okay, Rio. What's on?
Night.
Good night, buddy. Love you. Have a great night, kiddo.
And we're back. Does anybody remember what we were talking about?
Yes, why West's wife left him. Or current wife left him.
My
That's
current
the
wife.
fact.
My current wife left me because I told her to go upstairs. So that's where she is.
Oh, well, okay. Now she's left you twice.
There you go. Yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about. It couldn't have been that important.
Well, I think it's time to roll into the topic.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we were talking about Redbubble, Little Red Hen.
That's definitely not it.
And the
So-
Oh, actually, yes. Thank you for you brought us back to the Instagram. This is actually a pretty good, important point. So, actually, let her continue to repost your stuff. However, tell her to do it through an app called I think it's called Repost.
All right.
Repost. And
Yeah.
what that will do is it will allow her to repost somebody's content, and it'll actually add a little. It'll add first in the description. It'll add your username in the description that people can just click on and go to your thing.
Okay.
And in the picture, it'll actually add your username to the image itself,
Oh, nice.
so people know that it's yours.
Okay.
It'll actually add like a watermark to it. So
All right.
repost. Tell her to repost your stuff using the app Repost. It's actually pretty good.
Oh,
And tell everybody to repost your stuff using that app.
all right.
There you go. So that was actually pretty good. I am working on putting together a Secrets of Instagram agenda for one of these shows coming up, because there's actually a lot of stuff for Instagram that not a lot of people know about that will really help your account explode in a good way.
I'm pouring with my left hand.
Yeah, don't spill all my bourbon.
Oh, I'm not going to spill the bourbon or your bourbon.
What's he drinking back there? Tin cup?
Tin cup. I tell you, tin cup is good stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I got a bottle of it right over there.
There you go. What'd you pour yourself, David?
I went with the Weller Antique 107.
Nice.
Oh my God, I had a dream about Dave. I just now remembered it. I was
We can cut his mic.
He doesn't have a mic.
That was just swimming. It was nothing weird.
He was at your house swimming. He was skinny dipping in your pool.
Well, I mean that's a given.
Dude, yeah.
It's all that my art school that I will remain nameless can do to keep my clothes on.
It's true. And that's why he's about to get kicked out of school.
Oh no, it's art school. Turns out, as an old man, I'm protected and can get naked anywhere I want. That's called ageism.
There you go. See,
And on tonight's Underdog Journey, the core topic.
is skinny dipping and ageism. Okay, so we actually do have a topic. David's losing it here. All right. No, we do actually at 44 minutes, we do actually have a topic.
Be
which
honest,
is-
that's about average when we get to the topic.
Right. Which is one of the reasons I've been drinking this terrible terrible. The Beast Unleashed energy drink.
By Monster.
By a monster malt beverage, which is again just terrible. So one of the reasons is people buy this because it has a cool looking can, has a cool looking packaging. So tonight's topic actually fit right in with that, which is brand perception, right? A product like this has brand perception of you're a bro, you want to drink Monster, and that's it. Because you're not drinking it for the flavor. You're not drinking it to look sophisticated. You're drinking it because you're a bruh. But, so brand perception, no matter what your business is, whether it's computers or wrapping cars or brownies, right? You got a baking business, you need a brand perception. And your business will succeed or fail based on that brand perception, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they have strong brand value, which is what they're utilizing to capture that market, the bruh market.
Right, exactly. So David, you and I have talked a lot about developing an avatar for your business because you're going to speak to a frat boy significantly different from how you're going to speak to your grandmother. So you need to know who your audience is to know how to speak to them. But the thing about a brand is proper branding is your brand will inform your audience who you are. It'll give them an impression of who you are, right? Because Monster Energy drink, if this were, sparkly and pink and had a unicorn on the front, guess what? They're not going to associate with the brand or with the audience that they're targeting, right? They're using their brand to speak to their target audience. So that's why I'm drinking this terrible energy drink. But so one of the things you and I have also talked about in the past is the difference between marketing and sales. Okay, and here's kind of what it comes down to. Okay, a third part of that should be branding. So you're going to use branding to attract the person that you want. Okay, after that, marketing is asking the person out on a date. Sales is when you close the deal. It's to quote the vice president, I love Venn diagram, and that is a perfect Venn diagram of how marketing, branding, and sales work together.
So I mean, for me, it's step one is if we're going down this route, to me, it's developing a very clear brand identity.
Right.
When you see that can, you know who they're marketing to. You know what you expect. Right. When I see the here we go. When I see the Blackened logo, I know exactly what to expect. I know the collaborators. I know who it is. They have a lot of brand value in behind that simple Blackened. They've got a record label. They've got cigar collaboration with Drew Estate. They've got Drew Pickerel, Dave Pickerel. From the master distiller. So I know what that's going to be. Let's see, McDonald's. You see those golden arches? Now, is it the best burger in the world? But man, when you want a McDonald's cheeseburger, there is absolutely there's just nothing else that'll match it. So it just drives that. It has a very clear identity of who they are. Let's see somebody who J.C. Penney, right? J.C. Penney had limited basis now.
Yeah,
yes, they are still around. But we can go back and pinpoint the exact start of their fall. And that was when they brought in that new CEO. Now I say new, he's long since gone.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but that right there literally was you could place as a demarcation point of when the company was it wasn't thriving, but it was still successful. And literally when he came in and made all those changes and blurred that brand identity and changed and started going against what the avatar was saying and everything, they nail in the coffin right there. That sealed their fate.
Right. I'm sure he probably was. So brand perception is basically, it's the sum of a customer's feelings experiences and thoughts about a product, and those are experiences and thoughts and feelings that you as a brand need to push to your target audience. And brand perception actually plays a huge role in purchasing decisions. So this is actually a fact. 77% of consumers make purchasing decisions based on brand. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something. I want to show you guys some statistics here. That this is actually what got me thinking about this topic for tonight. Let me
Got you thinking about the moment of inertia at temperatures approaching absolute zero?
That is exactly it. That's exactly.
It's a Big Bang Theory reference in case anybody needed that one.
So, well, you want to get to Big Bang Theory references. There was a news item I didn't bring up, and I'm sure you've seen this episode. Oh, I might have deleted it. Never mind. Oh, here it is. Here's a news item, a current news item that is also a Big Bang Theory reference. I know this is a total side topic here. Viral kissing machine iPhone case lets you smooch long distance. Long distance
I've seen that one.
As horrifying footage reveals. If you remember that Big Bang Theory episode, this is actually a real thing now. This is an iPhone case with a kissing thing built onto it.
Is that AI?
No, just out of curiosity.
Great point, Matt. Imagine now, Matt brought up a great point. Imagine connecting this to an AI.
Well, finally we found a use for AI.
Right. I'm just saying.
No. Look, I'm just thinking about randomly drop shipping this stuff like this to people. Just send it to them. Just like, and there's a house on Google Maps. Send them there. Send it to there.
Look, I'm not going there, but you know for a fact. There is somebody somewhere.
Going slushy cup on that. No doubt about it.
There's somebody somewhere that is working on a more adult version of this exact same thing. Look, you know for a fact that's coming.
Did you really just say
you're right over there, David? Look, David, this is a family show. What are you laughing about? I'm trying to be serious here.
There is nothing serious about what we're talking about right now.
Well, I'm sure the price tag is going to be serious.
Yeah, well, that's another thing to be concerned about. Another of many. So,
I don't think the people that are in that market are necessarily concerned about what the price tag is.
That's true.
Good point. It goes back to that avatar, and I'm nickels to dollars. I'm betting price is probably 5th or 6th on that list.
Well,
yeah, I totally agree.
It's down the list. Okay, back over to the topic.
So we actually do back to the main topic here. So I want to share. Sorry. I want to share some stats with you here.
Oh, good stats.
Some stats. These are real stats.
Those never go over badly.
No, this is good. These are good stats, not about AI at all. So David will be okay. Let's see. Oh, nope. So Dan McDonald left a comment here. They have. I'm not. He mentioned there's already an adult version of this.
They have a flashlight. Just needs the AI interface.
There you go.
Well, apparently our viewership is more interested in that topic right now.
Right, exactly. And Jeff Leffingwell says, what are you laughing at, David? He doesn't get it. He doesn't know what you're laughing at. So
sure.
I'll let you explain that to him later.
Dave's got the guilty giggle of someone who's got something in his top dresser drawer.
I have no comment. I have no comment.
I have a walk-in closet. I don't have a top dresser drawer.
Well, the walk-in closet. I mean, he's got multiple walk-in closets right near his wine cellar and his 3 garages and the wing of his house that is so big it doesn't use. So look,
Go get your hair braided.
I went to the bathroom over there earlier today.
He actually used one of the many bathrooms in his house that's also happens to be in the wing of his house that he doesn't use because who has time or energy to walk that far? So he doesn't even use that wing of his house. It's right above.
I mean, it is on the opposite corner, so I mean, it is like the furthest away.
It's true. I feel bad for you. I mean,
so back onto this product thing here. So a great example of this is don't forget the cigar bar. Devin says
exactly.
A great example of this is walk through the grocery store.
Absolutely, 100%. Look,
I think the grocery store is probably one of the easiest examples of this brand recognition
because there's store brands, there's off brands, there's the name brands, even though the actual product itself was probably made in the exact same factory.
It could be literally the exact same, especially over with you guys. You guys are lucky. You guys have Kroger. Over here we have Wegmans, and Wegmans is just it's nice, but it's no Kroger.
Schmegman. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come
product
back
marketing
to the real
is
world,
key.
you big city
So
New York guy.
Dan has it on the nose there, because we talk about that all the time. Product marketing is key. So you walk down the aisle, and that box that says Kroger mac and cheese is the same tint-ish of blue as a Kraft macaroni and cheese box. And, some of the stuff is similar they are trying to piggyback on the brand recognition that, Kraft has.
Right.
Now over here, what they do is they put the store brand stuff at eye level and mid shelf, and they take the Kraft and the name brand stuff, they put it on the bottom shelf. They make us fat people work for that.
Well, look, so there's actually another component to that this is another tangent, but it still kind of fits with what you're talking about, with brand perception. So when it comes to the brand perception of those third-party products that are exactly the same as the name brand, one of the things you'll notice immediately is the packaging looks cheap. It looks like they cut corners by not hiring a graphic designer to actually make their product look good. And you know what's funny? They actually do that on purpose.
Yep.
On purpose. Because that draws your eye immediately to something that is going to process in your mind as lower cost, discount, versus somebody who wants the premium product. And here's the thing, I know this for a fact because I worked for many years for a discount retailer, and their brand perception, the perception they worked very hard to build, was that of a discount retailer. However, if you actually looked at the prices of those products, they were actually more than name brand or store brand in a lot of cases. Absolutely, it's true.
Yeah.
So the packaging, that's deliberate.
So back
you see those chintzy products.
Back to the packaging, I think that's a good collaboration between the two lines, because let's say you were going in for value. That packaging is going to automatically, as you said, trigger that in our thoughts and our minds that say, hey, this is a value. I'm saving money.
Yep.
Exactly on the opposite side of that is I want the best.
Right.
I want to go in. Price is not. I want the best. So that flashier, nicer, crisper pictures is what you're going to find. Hard contrast lettering. All of that stuff's going to be on the more premium brands. And guess what? The margin's higher over there as well.
And that is exactly what we're talking about. Brand perception. The perception, again, in a lot of cases, store brand and the name brand are made in the exact same factories.
Yep.
But the perception based on the packaging and sometimes the price point is different. Exact same product. This is a real thing that happens. But here's some stats. So I prefer to buy products based on a brand name I recognize. 80% of men, 76% of women. It's broken out by age as well. I thought that was interesting. Here, I would pay more for a product with a brand name I like. Now, this actually goes down slightly because as you age, obviously, the name brand recognition means slightly less to you, but it's still pretty high. 74%. I consider myself an advocate for brands I love. And again, that goes down pretty low because nobody cares. Most people don't wear a Kraft macaroni and cheese t-shirt. Some do.
No, I get that. But what's the stats on that here? I'm having a hard time because this monitor is much bigger than mine because I got this camera split over here. This monitor.
Okay, so male and female are both about 66%. Ages 13 to 20, 67%, 21 to 35, 65%, 36 to 50, 64%. And there are cases with certain brands, like your son wears certain brands and he wants the little logo on it.
Lord of mercy, yeah. He's got like a Supreme something or another, and I'm like, you literally have a $5 or not even a $5 t-shirt, a 35-cent t-shirt.
Yeah, Supreme's a scam.
With a 35-cent print on it. There's no quality. Why are you spending this kind of money on this stuff? But yeah, I get it. But I go back to that being an advocate. So I don't like to wear a lot of things that have logos on them. I wear our shirts. And I occasionally wear a work shirt that has, our logo on it. But for the most part...
Which one had the logo? One of these. There you go. I don't wear brands with logos.
You're not alone. I really try not to wear. But I will tell people, because I wear a lot of stuff from Duluth Trading Company. And so, You sit still long enough, I'm going to tell you about it because their stuff is just top notch. It's very high quality.
It's not high quality.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
David's an
Okay.
advocate
It's all
for
made in
Duluth.
China.
I am an advocate for Duluth because I see the value. Yes, there is the price tag that goes along with it, but with that price tag, that was about 1.25% or 1.25 of what I would have been in before. I'm now paying 25% over, but I'm not replacing on a normal cycle as I would. The things are lasting longer. It's a better quality, and it's just all around a better experience. So I consider myself an advocate for them, but I will not wear something. If they had something that said Duluth Trading Company across the back of it, not buying it.
Well, that's also why Jeff Leffingwell said you get what you pay for, which is true.
Yeah.
Matt Harmon, you say it's made in China. Where was that iPad made?
I'm happy to buy a Chinese-made iPad. The point is I'm not going into Duluth Trading Company who says, hey, we make our, we're Duluth, here in America. No, you go into their store, every single thing is made in China.
But how much is that? How long will that product last you versus another brand?
Well, I don't know. I was so disillusioned because it was made in China.
But if it's a better product, who cares? That's called capitalism. Don't you like capitalism? You got a problem with capitalism, Matt Harmon?
I guess so. It's a damn art school. It's clouded my mind.
It's true. It's true. Art school will do that to your brain. Next, brands have more power to create change than the government. That's a little politically driven, but it's about 65-66% across the board. I wish brands treated me more like a friend than a customer. I kind of, I kind of agree. I kind of disagree. I have mixed feelings about this one. I'm going to reserve my.
I have mixed drinks about feelings.
There you go. Exactly. I like that.
I hate all these feelings.
A brand's social media influences my buying decision. I'm surprised it's this high. Men said 71%.
That is shockingly
females
high to me.
said 76%. For the men, that really surprises me because I don't know any dudes who are surfing Instagram or Facebook and saying, "Dude, bruh, I gotta get the beast.
I gotta get some Monster
energy
Beast
drink."
I go to school with a bunch of males who do that. They are
I'm looking at the age.
Look at
the
the
fact
ages.
that the
So 13 to 20,
36. Now I can
36
understand
to
the
50
12.
is still 64%.
That's hilarious.
That's the one that shocks me. The other two, I mean, those people they haven't been through hell yet. So
Yeah, 13 to 20 is 85%. That's kind of not surprising. But
that one doesn't surprise me.
What 50-year-old man is looking at Instagram saying, "Yeah, I got to get that Supreme T-shirt, bruh"? I don't know. I mean,
So right there, Dan McDonald's bringing up a good point right now. I know that's probably delayed here because this is delayed from that, this is delayed from that. But he said that when you feel like you have a relationship with a manufacturer and you're going to stand behind their product. And that's true because with Matt over there saying, hey, Duluth Trading Company made in China. Well, yes, some of their product is made in China, but not all of it. Some of it's made in Duluth, Minnesota. So, and I'm going to tell you, regardless whether it's made in China or whether it's made here, it is made of high quality material. So you back them up, and if people, when you have that relationship, when I walk in, they engage, they talk. They're friendly. They find out if I need anything, what specifically, if I'm there to shop for something specific, and let me know. All right. So what here? I bought a pack of PBR. Oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Yeah,
oh, you bought some
PBR.
beer once. Okay.
He bought some beer because
I'm
the
so
social media
sorry.
manager posted something funny. Well, first of all, Devin, I'm sorry that you bought PBR. Hopefully you learned from that mistake. Secondly, look, that actually, a lot of people, you know what? I can see it on certain levels because look at Wendy's social media. Wendy's, man, their Twitter is like on fire. They have a really good Twitter manager, and they're not afraid of cutting into people from time to time.
Oh no, I mean if you want roasted, you can just straight up ping Wendy's and ask them to roast you, and they will.
Instead of Duluth Trading Company, you can just go to Redbubble, Little Red Hen, and get a Carl the Spider shirt. That's quality.
Yeah, look for
where's that shirt made?
Where's that shirt printed?
This shirt is made in Duluth, Minnesota.
All right.
It's
Duluth, someplace. I don't know, Duluth, Iowa or something.
Minnesota.
Kansas City.
So up next is the I don't wear brand logos, and I try not to. I look this T-shirt has no logos on it. This all the various sweaters that I wear that look like bathrobes don't have logos on them.
Yeah, you want to give me a free shirt to wear? But Nancy,
I'll wear my logo.
Gave me a free shirt. I wear it. well, number one, they were a customer of mine, but I wear Nancy's Home Cooking. They gave me the shirt. I'll wear it.
Oh,
You want to pay me?
Yeah,
Nancy's
that's-
Home Cooking. Is
Yeah.
that the chicken noodle place?
Yeah.
Well, look,
Oh,
that's
man.
brand loyalty. That's what
Yeah.
it is. And that's true.
All right,
You know what?
all right. We
I
got to take
do
a
wear,
moment here.
I do wear
We
some
got to
logos.
take a moment to plug Nancy's Home Cooking. If you're in Columbus, Ohio, on High Street,
No, it's
there's a place called Nancy's Home Cooking. There will be a line out the door for their chicken noodle soup.
They closed.
Get in that line.
They closed.
Did he just say they closed?
They closed. They're not open anymore.
Yeah, a long time ago. Now, Rick. has
Don't get in
opened-
that line then.
What? Don't get in that line. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, Nancy's closed a while ago.
So I will wear my logo. I'll wear logos of places that I like. So that's true. I mean, I have logos for pipe companies and beer companies and whatnot. So it happens. I don't wear a lot of brand logo. I'm not going to wear a Supreme logo. I'm not going to be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to buy a Monster Energy beer logo.
Hat. No, that's a hat. That's a hat with a very flat brim on it.
Right. I actually do have a box of BrewDog socks over there. So I do wear logos. That's true. I'm wrong.
You have a box of BrewDog socks?
I got them for Christmas. I still haven't opened them yet.
That's hilarious. I have Bass on my socks.
Bass Pro Shop?
Bass, just Bass.
Just Bass. All right. So let's see. So brand logos, it's a thing, but it all comes down to also brand perception. So there's the stats, and I just thought it was interesting. Kind of led us into the main topic of today. Let's see.
The main topic?
This is the main topic: is brand perception. Devin says most of my clothes don't have logos. It won't show up. There it is. Most of my brands don't. Most of my clothes don't have logos. Most of my brands don't have clothes. But I don't have anything against it. Jeff Leffingwell says. Back to more fun conversation. I thought something.
Hey,
Kiss my app.
Something kiss my app.
what happened to the fisherman? What's his name? I'm
Shannon Black. Shannon Black. We need to get Shannon Black on, by the way, to
Yeah,
talk
we do.
about the
We got to
next
start
fishing
planning.
competition.
We got that's coming up in May, so we got to make it happen.
He was sick for quite a while. Has anyone checked on him?
Yeah.
Is he okay? I don't know.
He kicks around a little bit. Yeah.
The problem is he doesn't drink.
Shannon, we're worried about you.
If he drank more,
Yeah.
he'd be healthier. That's not
Yeah,
true
I
at
mean-
all. Don't take my advice on drinking because I am drinking Monster Energy beer.
But you are being honest and saying
Cheers.
it's absolutely horrendous.
It's terrible. I
It's
don't.
interesting how you have a cough now that you've started a pipe channel.
Yeah, now you sound like my current wife.
Yeah.
Note my current wife.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So look, I got a lot of pipes over here.
Yeah, you sound like Mark.
But brand perception, brand perception. So again, it's the sum. It all comes down to the sum of how your customers feel about your product or service, and that's something that you need to portray. And it actually plays hand in hand with your customer avatar. And David, I think our next show needs to be about customer avatars because
Yeah,
we talk about them all the time. But it's
talk
been a
about
while
them a
since
lot,
we
but
talked
we haven't
about
been a
actually
while-
building
yeah.
one out.
Yeah, we haven't went through it kind of in depth and detail of laying out.
Mhm.
Who are we selling this Kiss-O-Matic 5000 to? What are the top things the people that want an AI controlled fleshlight? I mean, those types of things. These are things you need to do if you're going to try to sell that product.
Right. And the thing is, look, companies spend. We're talking about branding right now, so brand perception. Companies spend almost as much as advertising and marketing on just their brand, and they work hard at it too. Like again, it's all about how you talk to your customer, how your customer feels about you, but also the image you put out about yourself. So I mean,
So Dan again, man, Dan is on fire tonight. Thanks, Dan. So put his comment up there. Throw his comment up on the screen because this is a huge thing. Because you go to a concert and you take a look at the price of those T-shirts and whatnot
mhm.
at the venue. I mean, we're talking $25, $30 and sometimes more for a T-shirt.
Right.
Why? Because the people that it's a multi-layer with this one. Not only are they backing up this artist or band, they are also getting a memento of the time spent there. So it's a layer on top of layer there. But that's very, very good.
Right. And he brings up
also
another good
brings
point.
up the data mining. Data mining is
and
a
Yep.
good
So
business.
data mining is big business too, and we did a whole show just about big data and how it plays in. But the thing
Be
is,
careful. Be careful.
well, so no, I wasn't going to bring up the one that actually got our show. I'll say we lost connection, but it was a whole thing. But
It was a thing.
so data mining is a big thing, Dan. You're totally right. And a lot of if you're not looking at your analytics of your business, you're completely missing out. And that data, it's not even necessarily data mining when you look at the data that's available to you, but you need to look at all the data available to you. And if you have to buy some of it, all the better, because the more data you have about your customer, the better you can speak with them. And I don't say to them, I say with them, because it's all about that two-way communication. And your customers can tell if you're doing that or not.
Yes, it is. And I will that this might go to the core, and some people, this is going to resonate with some people more than others. But when you have something that reaches out and touches, and you basically poll or get the voice of the customer, and you bring that data in-house, and you discount it and walk the opposite direction almost,
right?
The amount of damage you do to your brand by not listening to your customers is just it's phenomenal. And the amount of recovery, and I've talked about this a lot, not necessarily on this show, but I've talked about it a lot with a lot of other people. Let's say if you had to pay $1, now these are completely made up numbers, so don't ever believe that you can pay $1 to get 1% of market share. Okay,
no,
that's not the case. So if you're trying to gain market share and it costs you $1 to get one more percentage of market share, if you lose market share because of your actions, and you're now trying to regain market share, the price of that percentage is 2 to 3 times the amount.
Oh, easily. You got to
you are not starting from zero. You are starting from negative.
You need to regain that ground that you lost. Absolutely.
Exactly.
And Jeff Leffingwell actually brought up something here that I think is funny. He was joking and said, "My avatar, I think it looks like me," which most people who are starting a business make that mistake. And Jeff, you're totally right, because most people do make that mistake. You know what? When you're building a business, your avatar might look like you. Maybe you're like, dude, I want to... But the thing is, chances are you don't even fit the avatar that you think that you do. That's why you actually need to go through the work of building one out so you know who to speak to.
So I think next week's show is written. I think next week's show is written. Next week we're gonna rock down on some avatars and just kind of put it back in place. I mean, there's a reason. There is an absolute reason we talk about this so much.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the word avatar gets brought up in every... I don't know that there's been a podcast we've had. 136 we're at now, I think.
139.
139 of these shows we have done.
Without missing a week.
I don't think... Now, I've missed, 3, I think?
You missed a couple, but yeah, I mean, we've been going strong since...
Yeah, but still, the word avatar, the idea, the concept of the avatar has been in almost, if not all of them, almost all of them. With, we're talking single-digit exceptions across 130 weeks.
No, the first year I mentioned the word.
Well, not the first maybe 2 episodes because we were sober. But back to the main topic, though. So another thing that I'm a big fan of. So one of my specialties is working with companies to build out customer loyalty programs, because that goes hand in hand with marketing and branding and advertising and sales. The whole shebang, the giant Venn diagram of making your customer relationship work. And one of the big parts of that is customer loyalty. Okay, so your brand perception plays into that, because like you said, when you're loyal to a brand, it's because you have a great perception of this brand. You associate with them well. You like what they stand for. You like what the branding. You like everything about them, right?
They gave me a free T-shirt.
And they gave you a free T-shirt. Exactly. So here's some other quick stats. When a customer is loyal to a brand, 86% will recommend them to a friend or family. That's called organic growth, and that comes directly from brand loyalty, which is grown out of proper branding and brand association. 66% are likely to write a positive review. And as we've talked about before, positive reviews, that's social proof, okay? When you're shopping on Amazon, are you more likely to buy a product that has 0 reviews, and we see them all the time, or the exact same product that might be $1 more in price, but has 5,000 positive reviews, 4-star plus reviews? You're going to spend $1 more for the one with good reviews. It's social proof. And that, again, comes from that brand loyalty.
I have a thought, rather.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready? All right, so with brand loyalty, this is how I am. They get the first right of refusal. basically. So they get so when I'm shot, like for sunglasses, for the longest time, I was diehard Maui Jims. Only bought Maui Jims, right?
Okay.
And so every time I go to the sunglass store, I'd look at other sunglasses, but always start with Maui Jims, and always come back to Maui Jims. Until finally, I went through my 5th pair of $300 sunglasses, and I'm like, you know what? I just can't justify this cost for something that breaks this much. And I started looking at more sturdy. But Maui Jims had me for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they became difficult in repairing their sunglasses. They started making you jump through hoops.
Yeah, and
they blew it. I was done with Maui Jim.
And you're right. That's one of the reasons why big brands, spend so much money on building up that loyalty and that brand perception. And that's so easily lost. I'm going to not get political here, but a prime example. Hang on. But there's a big but. There's always a big but.
I'm just looking at Dan's comment.
He should save the money on sunglasses and buy a good mic. We should get you a mic. That's true. David has other thoughts on that. But a prime example of a company with amazing loyalty and amazing brand recognition is, and I'm going to not get political here, but I'm going to mention the name of the company.
Thanks, Dan.
Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Okay.
Black, right. And you guys, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I don't drink coffee. I do not drink coffee.
So Black Rifle Coffee Company,
know them.
Their avatar is a man's man, a guy who likes to drink his coffee black. He likes it strong. He likes his guns. He likes his America. But a couple of years ago, they put out a political opinion that didn't fit that necessarily didn't fit that brand perception that they had, and they got a lot of backlash. And they did, and they lost a lot of business that they still haven't caught up from. They are still trying to make up that ground. And look, David, as you and I always say, unless your business
is politics, unless your business politics, stay the hell away from politics.
Exactly.
Shut the hell up.
Exactly. So Black Rifle lost a lot of business. They still haven't made up for it because they broke that promise of the brand perception.
Yep.
Exactly. So build the brand perception, stick to that brand perception, speak to your target audience, and that's how you grow. That's how you build that customer loyalty. Yeah. Dan, you're on fire because Dan says rogue comments will kill a company, and you're totally right. 100%.
I like that. I like that wording of that. Rogue comments. Rogue comments, not just somebody saying it off the wall, but a comment that's not necessarily in line with your avatar, that is not feeding your, I'd love to use these terms, that you're not feeding your 80-20. It's not hitting your core. When you have that rogue comment out there, it doesn't necessarily have to be political. It can be something completely just different that is, again, you're speaking to the wrong part. You know, when I hear it, not all the time, not as much as I used to, but I used to hear people say, well, if we do this, we can get this customer in here. If we do that, we can get this customer in here. And I'm sitting here thinking in my head going, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you investing a single dollar over here to go get $5 from them when you can invest $1 here and get $5,000 back? Sell to your core and grow your core. You're going to have people on the fringe, and this is not a left-right thing, but you're going to have people on the fringe in every direction. Don't care about them.
Right.
They're not your customer. Grow your core.
Right. And you know what? That actually comes to something pretty interesting because a lot of companies go too far the other way. So a lot of companies they'll try to appeal to all people at all times. And guess what? You can't do that. You can't make all people happy all the time.
Yeah.
Pick your target audience. Pick your target audience. Yeah, you're exactly. You know what? That's actually true. Pick your target audience. Stick with them. Stick with your demographics of your target audience, of your avatar. Don't worry about people on the fringes. Don't worry about pleasing everybody. You have this niche. Please that niche.
It's like life coach Matt. I please no one.
I just got a text
Make that
from
a new
Life
t-shirt,
Coach Matt.
and your wife would love that.
I just got a text from Matt back there, and it has the Powerball should be the cornerstone of all good retirement plans.
There you go.
And there are some he's got some gems. So you definitely need to separate and create that life coach Matt separate identity and segregate it from your own personal. and then make sure you don't have rogue comments on Life Coach Matt.
That's
I've literally had people call me up or email me about life coaching. And like a friend of mine just called me up and like, hey, how serious are you about being a life coach? I mean, what qualifications do you have? I'm like, dude, have you actually read?
yeah. I was gonna say.
anything I
Hopefully,
put
you told
down?
them you do not want me as a life.
And I'm like,
Here should be your comment back. The fact that you're asking me to be your life coach should tell you actually need a real life coach. That's not
Yeah.
me.
and this is my best friend's little brother. I'm like, you know not to listen to me. I put your head
Yeah.
in the toilet.
Right.
Don't
My
listen to
my
me.
son knew not to listen to you when he was 8.
Yes, exactly. I had a lady from Australia on LinkedIn say I would expect more from a life coach when I said those weren't kangaroos, they were pandas. And she got offended. And I, instead of picking a fight, I said, look, honestly, I didn't realize you were from Australia. Our sense of humors are probably different. And I said, but life coach? I'm like, I'm making fun of life coaches. And she's like, oh, okay, I get it now. And I don't know that she actually got it, but yeah.
Just be like, look, it's like a flushing toilet. Yours goes one way, ours goes the other.
That is not true.
That is true, David. Have you ever
It
flushed
is
a toilet in
not
Australia?
true.
I don't think
No,
you know
but
how the Earth works.
Go to Australia and you'll see. The toilets spin the other way.
My current wife's niece is in Australia.
Uh,
I know for a fact they spin the other way.
Did you actually get her to video it? Because I'd love to see that.
I'll send you the video.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll send you a video.
It's,
Okay.
So anyway, Dan says you can blame the Woodford Reserve old fashions on the being on fire, and that sounds really good. I actually have some Woodford over there. I might have to crack open.
I don't.
as long as
I'm
And
looking.
then-
I'm
and then
looking.
Jeff
I
said
think
you-
I'm out of Woodford.
You dance with who brought you, David. You didn't get the Grandmaster's Reserve bottle, did you? You can buy one of
Absolutely
those.
not.
You know, I just realized your Chernobyl runoff has a horse as a logo on it, which it's like horse piss.
There's no horse on here.
No, your horrible stuff.
Oh, the one that tastes like Chernobyl dirt. Yeah, that's right. He apparently Blanton's to Matt Harmon tastes like Chernobyl dirt.
Yes.
He
Oh God.
we're gonna have a little horse race. There you go.
No, we're not. We're not.
We're not gonna do that.
We're not going to do that. We did that one time where we both danced them across
It
the
didn't
screen.
work
So
out
never
well.
again.
Nope.
Never again are we doing that.
Oh my God, I would pay money
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like a foot race.
A foot
I
race?
would love to see you and Dave Leffingwell foot race.
I'll bet David has some speed behind him.
No, David.
I'll bet he does.
No,
I could see him
Uh,
trucking. Not long distance,
I-
but I'll bet like on a sprint. I'll bet you got some in you.
Well, yeah, he's got to chase his kid around.
I can move.
I'll
It's
bet on
stopping's the problem because there's a lot of momentum once I get moving.
Right. Once the momentum takes you, it's hard to pull it back.
Yeah.
I get it.
Good physics lesson.
Exactly.
So
So anyway, so brand perception is absolutely key. And you need to work to build it and maintain it. And part of
Yes.
that plays into your customer avatar, which we're going to talk about next week. So if
Next
you
week.
missed that the first time around, you want to watch next week
Yeah,
because
definitely, because-
we're actually going to show you what platform you can use to build the most amazing customer avatar for free. We're going to show you how to do it, fill it out, all the information, and then we're going to tell you how to apply this information once you built it.
So I'll tell you what. Let's pick. We have one of our
That's a
viewers.
great
His
start.
wife does the brownies. Drown Me in brownies. Devin Ross.
What'd you do to it?
I just put. It's just.
Um,
didn't go
I
there.
think we should create an avatar for Drown Me in brownies. What do you think? Or do we do something a little more manly and we create one for Andy Forge, the guy who makes those wicked knives?
Oh, I
We
like
could do one for both and show the difference.
Ooh, that's even better.
Right, let's do one for both. We'll show
Let's
the
do one
difference.
for both.
And then we'll give them to both companies and say, hey, do with this what you want.
Yep.
And there you go. That's what
Here's your
we'll do. Next
market.
week.
Speak
We're
to
going to
'em.
build two very different customer avatars. And then we're going to show how to apply them appropriately.
Yeah, Devin says we've been meaning to make one. Don't mean to make one, make one. And then you know what? Devin, this is your all's homework. Between now and not this time next week, but before the show opens next week, have your avatar and send it over to us. And
Oh, that's right, Devin.
I want to compare it. I
Make
want to
your
see
own
what you
customer
guys come
avatar.
up with. I want to see what you guys come up with, and then I want to see what we come up with it. And I think somewhere in between the two of them, you're going to have it. I want to see what the similarities are
Mhm.
and what the differences are. But I think in amongst those two, we're going to have somebody that you can speak to that is really that's if you're not trying to sell to everybody. You're going to try to sell only to that avatar.
Right. That's true. So Devin, go ahead and make your own customer avatar. Send it over. We'll compare it to what we think it should be, and we'll go through some of the logic behind what we chose and what you chose, and we'll find some place in the middle, and then we'll give you back what we develop. So I missed some of these comments here. Dan McDonald says Matt reminds me of Craig Glass of Tenacious D. Once he gets going. So,
He's gone.
He's gone, basically. So that's I'll take that as a compliment. I love Tenacious D. Tenacious D is possibly one of the greatest bands of all time.
Well, so this is another person who, when Jack Black was getting his Hollywood star, he made a political statement, a very blunt and terrible political statement, and since that day, I'm not going to say a word of what he said.
No,
but I'm going to tell
you. You say?
Oh, it was Jack Black when he got his Hollywood star.
Oh, Jack Black.
And he gave a
love
speech.
Jack Black. I hope he never talks about politics.
Oh, my God, he did. And the moment he did, I was like, you know what, man? You just ruined it.
That's disappointing.
Just ruined it. What's the movies he's in with the Jumanji movies, the reboot of the Jumanji movies?
Yeah.
So it was after the first one, and I'm like, all right, I'm not buying the second one. I don't want to give this guy any money. I mean, for the love of Pete.
Right.
If you're not in politics, stay the hell out of politics. You can have your own political opinion, but don't get up on a platform and do it. That wasn't the platform. You want to spit about it on your social media post or your friends at home, yeah, go for it. But
that's the problem. That's the problem with all of Hollywood. You can't watch anything on TV without hearing some idiot celebrity the next day on some news show talking about their dumb political opinion, and it's like, I really want to like you. I want to like you, and I want to like your stuff that you produce. But
even if they're saying things that I would agree with,
don't talk politics.
Don't talk politics. Walk away from it. Move away.
Right.
Go on. Move on.
Exactly. One of my all-time favorite shows forever is Arrested Development. The thing is, I can't listen to a single one of those guys, any of them, off camera, because it's all just nonsense politics. And I'm like, I just want to laugh at you. Make me laugh, clown. Yeah. That's all I want.
Yes.
Shut up and
shut up and make me laugh. That's it.
That's why there's the fool in the king's court, to make them laugh.
Exactly.
All right, we're at 8:26.
So anyway,
we've covered it. So I didn't have your agenda pulled up. I had my notes about your agenda pulled up. That's how prepared I actually came today.
You actually did some research. You actually put some notes together. Okay.
Yes, I was talking about developing a clear brand identity, and then make sure you have a focused target audience. And these are all ways to develop a strong brand identity, which builds brand value. And then, build a community, which is that we've talked about the to and fro, the conversation, the relationship with your client. So, I had 5 bullet points out here. I had bullet points, West.
You did bullet points. Oh, I'm a bad influence on you.
Minor in columns, but the same thing. One of them was using multiple channels, because we've talked about in the past about how, how many touches does it take to get that kind of brand recognition? And that's what you're trying to do, is build brand recognition to build your brand identity, which adds to your brand value.
Right.
So I actually came because I had a few minutes. I was down at my lounge having an afternoon smoke, and was like, all right, I got a couple minutes. You'd sent me the first agenda, so I'd worked off of it.
It was all jacked up. I apologize for that. So
that's all right. That's fine.
But look, I'm glad you're working with bullet points. It's been a long road, but you're finally coming over to the dark side. So it's been a great show. Before we sign off, I just want to remind everybody: look, marketing is asking somebody out on a date. Branding is the reason they say yes, and sales is when you close the deal. Which is why you need that Kiss-O-Matic 5000.
Yes. So just so you guys know, West is in marketing and advertising. I'm in sales.
Yeah. So look at David and make your buying decision there.
Yes. It's all about closing the deal.
I have no comments there. All right. So look. Devin Ross says he's
Devin
sold.
says I'm sold.
He's sold. Dan McDonald says 100%, and Jeff Leffingwell just laughs. So,
Craig Glass has a weird goatee thing. No.
But look, Tenacious D. Listen to Tenacious
D. Yeah, I know Tenacious D.
Are you sure?
This is not the greatest podcast in the world.
This is not.
This is just a tribute
to Joe Rogan. All right. I had to go there.
You had to get Joe Rogan in there
Exactly.
one time.
So, look.
You almost made it the whole podcast, man. You almost did.
I was so close. But I've been Wes. This guy's been Matt Harmon. That guy's been David Leffingwell. Do not, under any circumstances, drink Monster Energy beer, bruh. And we'll see you guys next week.
Wonder Boy. Oh, my God, that's great.
Wonder Boy.
High Above the Mucky Muck. God, I love that song.
Effort Gently. Effort Gently should be everyone's wedding dance song. When you get married, you need to dance with your now wife for the first time to Effort Gently in front of her parents.
All righty. Well, as he said, that's been Wes. Beyond the Back's been Matt. I've been David.
Look,
we'll see you guys.
I tried to stop before we got into those comments. It's your own fault for bringing it back.
I know. All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Fantastically infatuated with the in-between, the ups and downs, the curves and the rounds. I bring it to your city or your hometown. I go back in time when the feeling was fine, when funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way, a bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. The neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. And keep in mind, it never costs a dime, 'cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool 'cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood, I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full 'cause the funkin' was good.